damn hockey punch.
You got your voice on tape?
Yeah, 'cause I got a truck on the line.
No, I put the tape in the recorder down, or the cassette player down here the other day, and I turned the radio off and hit the play button, and you know what I heard?
Windbreaker.
Nothing. No, the tape deck doesn't work.
Oh, no. Gotta be able to transcribe those tapes, man.
Yeah, so I looked at that and I said, oh, well. And then I said, well, I have my big deck upstairs. And I said, well, I could, but it's a pain in the ass to get to all the connections. And I said, well, maybe I'll find something cheap from Radio Shack on eBay or whatever that's got some audio output on it, and I can dump it into a computer and make a WAV file out of it. So I gotta play with it now.
You ain't go blind doing that. Ooh. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. That's closer. Yeah. My portable cassette player went belly up because the drive belt dry rotted, and the capstan just stopped turning.
I haven't opened it up yet. It's possible, something like that. This thing I bought in 81 or 82 in Germany. It's a Sharp boombox, and it's got short wave, and it's got middle wave, and it's got long wave on it, and FM, and all this good stuff. I haven't used it in a long time, so I may open it up and take a look. Maybe there's a belt that popped off or something. I don't know yet. I'll have to take a look. Otherwise, I'll just buy something crappy on eBay or so that's got, or Craigslist or so that's got some audio output on it that I can dump it into the computer and make some WAV files out of it.
Yeah, give me the tapes and I'll do it. I got it detected over here. It should still be working.
Yeah, all right. We'll take a look, see what happens next couple of days or so. Oh well, that's life.
Yeah, but classic CB recordings from days gone by are priceless, man. Gotta preserve them by any means.
You don't know who's who, who's what. You don't know what's going on. Dude, you don't have a clue.
I think one of those tapes, there was this guy. He used to go by the handle of Captain Kidd. He's on there too somewhere.
I want to hear him. Smacked ass that he was.
Yeah, man, that was one of the guys you just really want to whack him one, you know, when you saw him.
Yeah, he thought he was all that.
You don't have a clue.
Yeah, you don't know who's who. You don't know anything.
You don't know who's who, who's what. You don't know what's going on. Dude, you don't have a clue.
I know one thing. Old 005's ham license expired.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Yeah, I just for kicks and grins, I had QRZ up today, and I typed it in and saw it expire. Actually, it expired last year, but you know, still within the grace period. But of course, he's not going to ever renew it. I think he's out in La La Land somewhere.
Yeah, that's a shame. But old 05 will live on in WAV files.
Yeah, we can celebrate his life the best way we can. I wish him the best. You know, every now and then I check his sister's Facebook page, and every now and then there'll be a mention. He'll be mentioned, or there'll be a picture of him, you know, with the family doing stuff. So he gained a lot of weight, but I guess he's still having fun, even if it's in a diminished capacity.
If I can't talk Skip, I'm going to drop them all day long.
Yeah, well, might be some skip. I heard some splatter boxes on 11 a little bit ago, so I guess there's some nonsense in there.
Oh, it's still in there. It's all still in there. It's just making a mess.
You know how to overcome that, don't you?
Yeah, turn down the old volume.
QRO. Somebody running a Browning or a Browning wannabe on 11, and their squeal is making it to hear.
Yeah, well, just gotta kick the gas a little bit. Hope for the best.
I'm using my my usual power level here, same speed as usual.
Yeah, I'm about 3 dB higher than normal.
Well, I can't go 3 dB. Well, yeah, I can. That'd be all I got, though. There, there's 3 dB from where I was at, but that puts me right at the top.
Well, you don't need to be doing anything because I'm not, I'm hearing a bunch of hash and trash in the background. It's giving me like S4, S5. It's not coming close to interfering with you.
Oh, I'm not even getting that much signal. It's just all there. I mean, I have my squelch open and I can hear the splatter and the nonsense. Yeah, every once in a while some noise might hit an S4 or something, but it's not interfering with you. There you go. Let me dial that back then if I don't need all that.
Yeah, don't strain the pills. Well, you went from a 9.25 to a 9, so not exactly a big jump.
Wow, that's not 3 dB on your meter.
Actually, you're just under a 9, so that was about a half an S unit.
Oh, so then it was 3 dB, because, let's see. There's 150 watts carrier. And that's 300 watts carrier.
Yeah, it's about a half an S unit. And it's funny, too, because I'm on the high gain, which has got the most linear meter I've got, so.
Oh, nice. So you can actually see what it is that I'm doing. Actually, yeah. Let me back that down. Fire chicken tower. Yeah, that's it.
Good evening.
It's working.
Good evening. Welcome to Classic Radio Roundup.
Hey, it's Bitebuster checking in.
Hello, Bitebuster. Hey, man, you sounded good tonight. Did you go to the pump house?
I told you guys next week, man.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if anybody else can.
I heard him briefly, which is really amazing considering the noise level.
He's coming in stronger than usual. I think he did something.
Gotta spend.
Come on back, Bitebuster.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, you used to give me like a 2 or a 3, and now you're giving me a 6.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Finally hear me.
I can hear you, and I think Sandbagger can hear you too.
Yeah, he's in the noise though. I'm getting a lot of splatter. But I last couple of weeks I couldn't hear him at all. Now I'm hearing him again.
Yeah, he says he's hearing you, but the skip land's making it rough and tough.
Yeah, I got major bleed over from, I don't know what channel, 11 maybe.
Yeah, the monkeys are all jumping up and down.
That was him. He was giving me a 6 there. Wow.
Yeah, that's what he's giving me, a 6. Bitebuster can join the conversation.
What do you do? Raise his antenna or did he go to the pump house?
Bitebuster, can you hear Bagger? I don't know where he went.
I'll be right back.
10-4, driver. Hey, this thing's not too loud, is it?
No.
Can I go louder or no?
No.
Pretty sure about that, huh?
You're right where you want to be.
Alright, just checking. This radio seems to have a bit of swing.
one does too.
Yeah, that's a little bit more than Fire Chicken Swing. That was hitting 800 watts on a whistle with a 100-watt carrier. I like this Shakespeare 740. These Panasonic chassis radios are cool.
I assume you're doing a gate tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I got a question. That brings up a question. I don't think this radio is high-level plate modulated.
What, the Shakespeare?
Yeah. Unless I'm reading the schematic wrong, it looks like the modulation goes into the screen.
No, it's, well, the Panasonic chassis radios use a technique called Heising modulation. There's no transformer. The plate of the audio tube is connected right to the plate of the final, and it just, you know, like modulates it.
That's not what it looked like in the schematic. Yeah, there's no transformer, but it looked like it went to from the plate of the modulator to the screen of the final.
Yeah, the screen grid is probably in parallel with the plate, so it's probably a little of both. There's probably just a choke in there, if I remember right, but it's closely resembles Heising modulation. There's been some debate on whether or not it's true Heising or not. You know, some of these nitpickers like to get, but as far as I'm concerned, that's what it is.
I've had one of these radios for a while, but I never really dug into the schematic. Well, I found a schematic for the Robin, and I figured that's close enough. And I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this S meter on this Gemtronics. But anyway, I'm looking at the schematic. I'm like, this thing's not plate modulated. Well, not like, you know, the rest of the radios I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, all the Panasonic chassis are Heising modulated. And there's no modulation transformer or any of the stuff you're normally used to seeing.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard there for a minute. I'm like, oh, just when you think you've seen it all, you see something new. I'm going to have to try that again. Somebody just took you out. I don't know who it was.
Wow. You said somebody took my radio out? Did you say somebody took my radio out, Mike?
Good grief. I guess I'd have to move the antenna around again.
I don't know what he's saying. Somebody comes in here with a big signal and distorted audio, so I can't tell what they're saying.
Yeah, their tongue's wrapped around their eye teeth and they can't see what they're saying, I guess.
That's a shame to waste a big signal with crappy audio.
Maybe he's a holdback from the 70s. That's what we all did back then. You know, it's all about the carrier.
I think there was too much audio, and the radio is starting to vibrate off the table.
Yeah.
I thought you said somebody took my radio out. You said somebody took my radio out?
Yeah, and he keeps doubling with you. He's as strong as you are, but I still can't understand what he's saying.
Lay down, clown. I'm trying to finish and my daughter in the next room having a Zoom conversation with her college friends.
I don't even know what the hell Zoom is. I sure have been hearing a lot about it, but I don't even know what the hell it is. I guess it's like a Skype or something.
Yeah, it allows you to have video
Yeah.
Yeah, it's useful. I mean, you know, if you want to talk to a whole bunch of people at once, and you can see their faces and all.
I wouldn't worry about it. That's a good sign radio around the same power. We back clock.
Well, if you think this is a good sounding radio, yep, you got yourself a good sounding radio. If you think this is a good sounding radio, good, good, good. That's what I'm hearing.
Bunch of freaking marble mouth mussheads.
All knobs to the right.
Yeah, all they're down in the cat box.
You didn't hear that guy at all?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
He likes to talk when I'm talking for some reason. I'll smack him upside his head.
Yeah, he always keyed up when you keyed up. Maybe he didn't want to hear what you had to say.
Oh, Blue Max.
I have my old dipole up, obviously not in the right position, but I thought I'd try it out. I actually heard Bike Buster about 5 minutes ago. Now it's on that antenna.
Well, what you need to do is switch between one and the other, then we can see an A-B comparison.
Well, I was trying to reach you guys and you didn't hear me even with my power all the way up. So, it's obviously not in the right spot.
Oh, you're not on it now?
Oh, no.
Well, if it's horizontal, that ain't gonna help out here.
Okay, well, then I guess we got our answer already then.
Yeah, I mean, I used the dipole for a while, and I don't even remember it's that long ago. I don't anything like that. I just,
Yeah, hang on, Double D. Somebody's talking and you're squealing.
but I couldn't get out.
Oh, what'd you do?
Yeah, well, it's working now, Blue Max. I mean, at least you're on that good microphone and everything.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Double D's checking in, but he's squealing again. I don't know what he did. I talked to him earlier and he sounded great.
Rocky River, they always squeal down there.
Dude, that thing's a mess. I can't understand you, really.
Get down.
Get funky.
Or when you hear a banjo.
Get down, get funky.
What was that?
You know that kid in Deliverance that played that banjo? He grew up and became Joe Biden.
Yeah. Oh, we got Harley Davidson's cruising on by.
Yeah, get down.
Maybe I should close my window.
Reminds me, mine is done from state inspection. I just gotta find time to go pick it up now.
Speaking of state inspections, I saw Joe today. I had to take the Mall van down for a state inspection.
Oh, you got stuck with that chore?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I've been using the van to haul firewood, so I win.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a small price to pay.
But, you know, Joe's doing good. Things are going well down there. Business is booming.
Yeah, I gotta get my daughter's car in for inspection this month. Hopefully that won't be a problem.
Well, this damn Ford Transit van was a pain in the butt because the battery was dead, so it wiped out the ECU, and then it needed an O2 sensor, so we had to reset everything, and then I had to drive the living crap out of it so it would get enough data to pass emissions.
Oh yeah, you gotta drive it until all the monitors set. That usually takes about 10 miles or so, and you gotta do combination driving and all.
It took a lot more than 10 miles. It took more like 75 or 80.
Really? Mine never took that long. The longest one was the catalytic converter. That was always the one that would give me trouble with my when I had the Fiesta. The rest of them would set before I got to work. Halfway to work, and they were set.
Well, I started taking this thing in last Thursday. Then I brought it in Friday. We put the O2 sensor in, and he says, you gotta drive it. So I drove it. And I brought it in Monday. Nope, you didn't drive it enough. So I brought it in Wednesday. That was today. I finally drove it enough because I drove the damn thing down to Devon and back on 422. But I had it in. It took three tries, and you know, first few times, you know, it was 25 or 30 miles. Then you know, it was 50, 60 miles, and it still wasn't enough. So then I put another 60 miles on a damn thing, and it finally was enough.
It's one of those transit vans. I wouldn't have thought it would need an oxygen sensor already. How many miles are on that thing?
It's a 2013 with 119,000 miles.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Those things are only good for usually between 50 and 100,000 miles.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was wrong with it. So, you know, the thing's in pretty decent shape. Just a little grody, but otherwise it's all right.
Yeah, when the O2 sensor goes bad, that should have set the check engine light.
It did. And that's why I had to get fixed to pass emissions.
Yeah. Yeah, usually, like I say, if you drive the right way, it doesn't take that long. Because some of the monitors, you got to get up to highway speed, hold it for, you know, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then back off again. And, you know, so if you never get up to that speed, they'll never set.
Well, I'm telling you what I did. The first time I just drove home, and then I went back. He says, nah, you got to do some highway driving. So I did some highway driving back home and back there again. Nope, still not enough. So today I drove the living crap out of it, and then that was finally enough. But it took 3 tries.
Well, it's good that you got it squared away anyway.
That's right, make someone happy. But I've been making full use out of it, putting mileage on it, scavenging up and transporting firewood.
My Honda has almost 250,000 miles on it.
Woohoo! Still squealing there, Double D. Go back to that setup you were using earlier today.
Yeah, my house is still squealing now.
Nah, it's horrible.
Really?
Hey, that doesn't sound good at all.
Alright, different radio, go back to the other one.
Yeah, it's doing all kinds of squeaking and twisty, chirping and weird stuff.
Alright, put the other one in tomorrow.
On Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, Classic Radio Roundup, 27.115 on your AM radio dial. What was that?
Sounds like sideband.
Oh, sideband. Okay. I don't know if it was sideband or somebody was way off frequency, because this high gain, you know, once you get about 2 kilohertz off, it starts sounding like sideband.
Yeah, well, this radio doesn't do sideband.
This one does.
Sounds like somebody's on a slider and they just slid off frequency.
No, I'm just turning my voice lock here on my radio. That's all I did. I just went here and I turned.
Yeah, that was a voice unlock.
What radio is that?
That's the Cobra 2000.
Oh, you got a slippery clarifier, huh?
No, yes, slippery, yes. Yes, wow. Let's see, it goes down pretty far. I saw that.
And that radio don't put out as much power as the previous radio you were on.
Yeah, it goes down quite a bit. That's 115. that's interesting. It really goes down. Takes off, man. Ooh. Slides down a channel and a half.
Take off, you hoser.
Yeah, well, you think you can do that? So can I. Hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 6.
I can change radios and I can go anywhere I want.
This thing's got a clarifier. If you wanted to, it'll slide down 20 channels.
Yeah, I remember opening this thing up, and I do remember it went quite a bit, but I didn't know which way it was, and it's down. I think my 457 does the same thing. It goes down further than it goes up.
Most of them do. They like to go down. They don't like to go up.
That's what she said last night.
I want to meet her.
I like that.
She likes to go down.
Get down. Get back up again.
Sounds like the skipland noise is fading off a little bit.
I kind of figured it would once the sun went down. Yeah, hopefully we won't have any more idiots from the cat box coming in there, babbling all over the place.
That guy's audio is horrible.
Yeah, I bet he thinks it's all that.
It was none of that and less.
He probably paid the good money for some screwdriver tech to make it sound like that.
That was horrible.
I don't think you can get that done for free.
Nah, if you really want to sound bad, you gotta pay money. Lots of money.
I still like my buddy there in Florida with his exploding 05 amplifier.
Oh, that's a funny video, man. That was right out of the 05 archives right there. That guy was had to have been a graduate of the 05 amplifier technology school.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Someone said to me, "You got to check this out," and I said, "Why?" And they came back, sent me that link, and they said, "It's our old buddy again. He's back." Years ago, he used to, I know he checked in on, there's a 75 meter net I used to dabble with occasionally, and when he was still up in New York, he checked in there. 20 meters, he is an interesting guy. I mean, I have to say that.
I mean, I looked at his web page or whatever, and he used to be a cop in New York City and all. I figured, he can't be too bad of a guy.
In general, he's okay. He's okay. He's a little bit over polite when it comes to working DX and so forth and that kind of stuff. But it was funny when I saw it. I could see myself sitting there and something going boom because it happens here all the time.
Well, I mean, the way he jumped, it was like he was getting shot. He's like flinched. You see this flash and things zorsed, and then you're looking at it, and then all of a sudden smoke starts pouring out, and it just seems like it got worse and worse and worse.
Well, I had that with MFJ tuner here. Wherever that one is, 989C or something like that. It was running about 700 watts through it. And I could smell something, just didn't know what it was, but I could smell it. And all of a sudden, after a long key down and yapping, it was smoke was pouring out of the back of the thing. Oh yeah, fixed that thing though. That was the plastic holding the coil in. That kind of went away, disappeared. Don't know why, just didn't hack it, and I redid it with Bakelite.
carbonized it.
Yeah, it was on 40 meters. I remember that. I don't know why. 700 watts is not a whole lot of power. It's legal limit, 1,500. Well, 3,000 is another story, what they claim, but 1,500 legal limit. Now, I put 3.5 through it, and it's fine now.
Well, 3,000 watts is only 3 dB stronger than 1,500. It's a half an S unit. I don't think you'd even notice it.
No, you should really. I don't know why this thing went, and it wasn't, the SWR was not all that out of tilt. But oh well. Those things happen. You got to be prepared for those kind of surprises. That's why I variac everything up, especially the amplifiers that have been sitting around for a while, and I move things around. Because I don't like those surprises when you turn them, plug them in, and they go boom.
Well, I'm trying to think. He was in a little key down when when his amplifier zorged. So I'm thinking it probably was a plate choke or something.
Yeah, something like that. He said it wasn't a bad. I should send him an email and ask him, say, hey, I saw your video. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Haven't had really much time. Normally during the day right now, I haven't had time at all to get on 20.
I've been doing a lot of listening on VHF, UHF. I got the scanner program with a bunch more repeater frequencies in it. Some interesting people. Some others that are lids, but you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah, it is what it is. My VHF, UHF radio's out of commission right now. Not sure what the issue is. It is what it is. So I'm hoping I can maybe get to it in the next couple of days. We'll see. It doesn't bother me too much. I got a couple of HTs if I really have the desire, but I just don't.
Yeah, I got no UHF right now. But I got high band VHF and regular VHF and low VHF, all three VHF bands.
Well, that's right. You smoked the two radios.
And I'm not happy about it.
No. You smoke one and you turn around and smoke the other. We're doing the same thing. That's worthy of a face plant.
Yep, one right after the other. Same stupid thing. Now I got this antique, ICOM 2 meter all mode, and that's it. And then I got the 220 radio, but the thing's not even worth scanning. It's only got 5 memory channels.
Up in smoke.
Well, you can always go out and buy yourself a Bayo Fang. Spend for $50.
I will not, and I won't, and I'm not gonna. If I really want to listen badly, I got a scanner.
Yeah, that's what my scanner's been doing. I mean, it's kind of useless anymore for police because they all went digital pretty much. But I got a whole bunch of railroad frequencies in there and aircraft frequencies and some of the other, non-emergency service stuff in there that's still analog. And of course, I got one bank completely dedicated to ham radio. I got 6 meter, 2 meter, 440, and even 900 megahertz repeaters in there. Although I haven't heard a peep out of any of those.
Even when I could do 900 megahertz, I couldn't get any 900 megahertz repeaters. And there was one in Valley Forge, but I never heard anything out of it.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I got programmed. I figured, I could hear Valley Forge, but no. There's still somebody in the neighborhood with a cordless phone on one of those frequencies because every now and then it'll trip that, and I guess the bandwidth on the phone is like really, really wide because I can never. As soon as they talk, it like chops out of the bandwidth, but you can hear a dog fart outside.
Wow, somebody's still running a 900 cordless phone, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, 927 megahertz.
When I had that 900 megahertz station of mine in Lansdale with those stacked 33 beams and a mass-mounted preamp, man, I could dial up in them 900 megahertz phones and spin that antenna around. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. At any direction, any couple of degrees, I'd be picking one up. There was so many of them out there, and I don't know how far away I was able to hear, but I was not lacking for things to hear.
I had the same experience with 49 megahertz phones back when I had my 6-meter beam outside in the old house, and I could turn that thing around, and even though it was horizontal, man, I could hear stuff. It had to be, maybe a mile away or more.
Yeah, I imagine I was probably hearing, all over Lansdale. I mean, I had, 26 or 27 dB gain antenna?
Yeah.
With a 20 dB mass-mounted preamp. I was hearing some stuff.
Yeah, those are good old days. Those are the fun days when you can really have some fun with that stuff.
Yeah, and there was one frequency there. I get the Wendy's drive-through was on 900 megahertz, and they worked split. And I can make orders from my house to Wendy's.
There you go. Tell them to deliver. I used to do that when the McDonald's was on 154 megahertz. I dialed the VHF radio there, and I could key up and I almost got in trouble though. Once the manager comes out looking around because he knew something was up.
I did that once with my daughter when I was living in Bridgeport with the 49 meg cordless phones. And I got my daughter to transmit on the frequency and say, "Hey, who's on my phone?" And these two women the one woman freaked out because only one heard it and the other one didn't hear it. That was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. Cordless phones, that was a whole different thing. That was a playground that probably should never have been played in.
It was entertaining. The stuff that you could hear. Oh my god. Scanner ain't no fun. Cordless phone listening, that was fun.
I used to have that Lafayette 6-meter radio, and I had a cordless phone of my own wired into it, so I was using the PA stage, so I was putting out 5 watts of cordless phone signal into my 3-element beam, and I could bring phones up from miles around.
A discone antenna up on the roof, and I used to enjoy it, listening to it on a regular basis. It got knocked down, maybe 10, 15 years ago, and I never bothered to put it back up because I figured there was nothing to listen to anymore. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, well, not anymore, but back then there was.
There's stuff to listen to, but it certainly ain't like it was.
We had a neighbor in Schwenksville, a young couple. They were probably about 5-6 years younger than we were. And they were always arguing outside and so forth. We could hear them. And sometimes I would see him storming off in the car and racing up Spring Mount Road. And I'd be downstairs and have the scanner on, and she'd be on the phone. And they had a 49 megahertz cordless, and I'm sitting there listening to this shit, and she's just bawling about him and what an asshole he is. Next day, he was working from home, and he was bitching about her, and oh my God, the things I learned about them.
Yeah, I had some neighbors up the street from me, and they were having their own little marital problems, and the wife met some guy from work or something, and she's on the phone having phone sex with the guy, and while her husband's in the other room watching football. It's like, oh my God, this is better than like, 90210 or something. Who needs TV drama when it's right there in your neighborhood?
Live action video.
Or at least audio.
That's right.
Where?
Go ahead, Breaker.
Hey, Countywide, how's this radio sound now?
There you go, Double D. Now you sounding good.
Same radio I had in the car, now I got it hooked up inside. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, it doesn't like that antenna situation you got going on in the car, but it works there.
Yeah, 10-4. Now to hook the other one back up in the car.
Just throw a key up for a second. Let me listen to that carrier. Yeah, you got a little squeal feedback in there in the audio. So it ain't perfect, but it's not that noticeable.
Well, believe it or not, this is the TRI-221 that Lucky Talkie was trying to put in the car.
I have one of those, the TRC-221 40-channel walkie-talkie with a telescoping antenna.
There you go. I was trying to put it in the car and take up less room, you know?
Yeah, you got an issue. We're using the built-in mic or an external mic?
No, I actually got a small power mic hooked up.
Yeah, that might be the problem. If you use the stock Radio Shack hand mic, they work pretty well. That's how I've used mine on the bass that way.
Yeah, 10-4. I got a stock mic right in somewhere. Just got to get it wired.
Yeah, I think that power mic might be giving you issues then.
Everybody knows you can run Radio Shack HTs with a D104. Ooh, even diesel trucks go by.
When did your road become so busy?
Not really that busy, but there is occasional traffic. I think the birds have quit for the night.
(10-4) driver. A TRC-221. Somebody else has one.
I have a TRC, what is this HT looking thing? It's a TRC 226.
Something's wrong with mine though. It was working and now it's not working. It receives but doesn't seem to transmit.
Well, that sucks.
Yep, it does.
Alright, here it is with the D104.
Well, it doesn't seem to be squealing.
It squeal, huh?
Oh, it actually sounds pretty decent.
Alright, let me go put it back in the car and see what happens.
Yeah, give it a try.
So he's running a walkie-talkie in his car?
Yeah, I think he got a mobile antenna on the car though.
Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, it's probably not the best mobile setup to run, but yeah, what the heck?
If that's all you got.
Now, I put another antenna and took that rubber duck off.
Throw that rubber duck away.
Yeah.
It's like a dummy load.
Yeah, dummy load radiates just as much.
Alright, I'll be back in about 5 minutes in the car.
Okay, Roger, right on.
10-4 driver.
Break 1-3.
Right, Rooster?
Yeah, just checking it in, letting you guys know I'm sitting here.
At least you don't sound like Double D tonight.
It's not too loud, is it? No, it's not loud at all.
It's got some kind of beep when you unkey, but other than that,
There it's going.
yeah.
Is the modulation okay?
Sounds like you normally do.
Okay. Turn it up or just leave it where it is?
Leave it where it is. Don't turn it up.
Okay. I hooked up a new amps, a new 4-pill, so I didn't know where to have it, so I'll just leave it there.
Oh, what'd you do? Zorch the other one?
No, I still have it.
Oh, okay. Gonna have to see, I'm going to have to send you to the 05 Institute of Amplifier Technology and Operation.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
That way, our new motto is, if you buy it, we'll teach you how to fry it.
Oh, I don't need no help frying it. now I kind of know what I'm doing now, so I know how not to fry them.
Got enough knowledge now to be dangerous.
Use meters.
You take the red and black wire and you plug them into the two vertical slits in the wall there, and you let it go.
Yeah, lots of dBs for a millisecond.
The antenna I have says that IMAX 2000 says not to run no more than 14.1 volts.
What?
For an antenna?
Yeah, the IMAX 2000.
What?
Why would an antenna care about voltage?
That's what it said on the instructions.
Get out of here.
You're mixing two things up. Antennas don't care anything about voltage. They might care about wattage. They might tell you not to put more than 1.5 kilowatts through it or something like that.
Okay, I'll look up for the paper. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I thought I seen. I'll look it up and look at it.
Yeah, voltages on antennas can get quite high if the impedance is off or you're putting lots and lots of watts in.
Yeah, but not volts. Volts without amps is not watts.
Let me see if I can find the paper.
Why would the antenna care how many volts you're putting into your radio?
I don't know. You guys would know more than I would.
That makes just 0 sense.
Yeah, unless it was printed by Joe Gun. Then you got audio gain.
Yeah, right? It's a passive device. How does it have audio gain?
Yeah, independent of, just strict RF gain.
Well, I didn't know if I should listen to that or not.
Well, P.T. Barnum said it best.
Yes, yes.
I like how the ads from the 70s all said, so many increased watts of talk power.
Yeah, that's another ambiguous term, talk power.
More talk power.
And what does PT stand for?
Persistently tardy? I don't know.
Personal trainer.
Part-timer.
Physical training.
What was his name? Nobody knows.
I would be willing to bet that his first name was probably Phineas.
Is that a Sparky I heard?
Or, Phineas would fit a guy that's, associated with a circus. But knowing the way things are, it's probably just Phil.
Phineas Thelonious Barnum.
Yeah, Tiberius, like James Tiberius Kirk.
Yeah, there you go. Thelonious, Tiberius.
What's up, Spitfire?
Hello, Sparky. I thought I heard you.
Hey, 10-4. No linger mode.
Only the sandbaggers know.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought you would know PT is physical training, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not to be confused with KP.
No, that's kitchen police.
Yeah, KP duty. But that's better than latrine duty.
But PT is akin to IT. Do you know what IT is? If PT is the first step, IT is the second step. Intensive training. Not just physical training, but intensive training.
And then you have special high-intensity training.
Special, yeah, that's the one.
I just didn't know what the
Special high-intensity training.
That's right.
And don't say nothing about volts.
That's because it shouldn't.
That's because we knew it didn't.
I must have been looking at something else.
We knew that.
If you were looking at the radio or the amplifier book or something, I can see the amplifier book saying don't put more than 14.1 volts into it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that'd make all the 18-volt crowd unhappy.
Yeah, well, these new counterfeit pills that they're putting in these amps nowadays, they can't handle that overvolting like the original Toshabis could.
Well, I talked to a lady on the phone. I don't know where she was, but she said the new 2879 HGs, you can't run no more than 14.1 through them or you'll blow them up.
Yeah, well, they're probably made in China, just like every other piece of crap out there is.
She said that's why you need a adjustable, power supply. You have to have a regulated one. Anyhow, yeah, so I was just running this at like 14.5. Is it alright to run it like at 15.5? Or should I do that?
They tell you not to do it more than 14.5, then don't do it.
Regulated, yes. Adjustable is not necessary. Mine's not adjustable, but it is regulated, and it's been at 13.8 volts for the last 25 years.
Well, then I'm just going to leave this at 14.4, 14.5.
Yeah, skate that hairy edge.
Yeah, I leave mine at 13.8. Adjusted there, and the meter hanging on it extra, 2 meters actually, the one that built in, and there's another DVM on it, and I look, and 13.8, and that's where it stays.
Correct clockwise.
Yep, mine's been at 13.8 for the last 25 years. Never moves.
No, my Astron, that's at 13.8. Most of the 12 switchers you can turn up to 15.
Sam, how you doing?
Can you guys hear me out there?
Yeah.
Good copy on you. How you been? Boy, I haven't heard you for a long time.
I think Slammin' Sam is out there.
Hey, I got the desk mic on.
But I can't hear him.
Bump up, Slam and Sam, they can't hear you. I heard him. How about you, Spitfire? You gotta hear me.
Oh, I hear you. There you are.
Yeah, we hear you. No pain, no strain.
What desk mic are you running there, Blue Max?
The one you traded me for the metal roofing. I got a long story I'll tell you another time, but it works fine.
Is that the one you're on now?
Heck yeah, and it's the only desk mic I have, and it's the best mic I have.
10-4. Yeah, that's Turner Plus 2, my favorite. Sounds good here.
Show you right.
Yeah, that thing sounds really good, Blue Max. What radio is it on?
I'm on my Robin sideband, 540D.
Man, you sound like you're right next door to me right now.
Well, I am. So be careful what you do in front of your windows, because I can see it.
I can see you.
Yeah, I just moved next door to Blue Max.
I just have to go outside and I can see him.
I can see clearly now.
Yeah. 10-8 straight.
That one still got the blue cord on it? The coiled up blue cord?
Yeah, that's a +2. Telltale sign, blue cord.
Yeah, Sparky was asking Blue Max if you got the coiled up blue cord.
Oh, absolutely. It's got the blue cord, and it looked bluer than it was when I brought it home. I gave it a good cleaning.
Is there such a thing as a bad cleaning?
Yes. Yes, there is. And I've done plenty of that, too.
Hey, Blue Max.
Yes, sir?
Those mics can be microphonic. They can actually ring, and the cure is to put some cotton in behind the element in the head there.
And are you telling me I need to do that?
No, I don't know. Ding on it once with your finger. Ding on the top of it.
Imagine that, a microphone becoming microphonic.
I'm not close enough to hear him. When if you dong on it, you know, like this with your finger, does it ring?
Tap on the head of the microphone.
On the metallic part, I mean, there's a wing that sticks up. Or you want me to just, how's that? Or you like that? Or what do you like here? I'm tapping all over it. I'm sticking it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's got the affliction. You can put some cotton in behind the element, and it won't ring like a bongo drum.
I'm a drummer. What do you expect? I like bongo drums.
Yeah, I put some styrofoam or something behind mine, but it was really bad. Because it would rock on the table and it would be going boom, 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 boom. I'm like, this has got to stop.
Yeah, operator Ron tipped me off. Thank you, Ron.
See what I can do. Hey, you know, I don't know this stuff if you don't tell me.
Yours is actually not that bad. But when it really gets bad, it almost makes your words run together. But yours is still okay. I'd hate to have you damage it because that thing sounds so good. It's the best mic you've had.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So you can have a microphonic tube in a tube amplifier or a tube radio. Do you understand what that is, Blue Max?
No, but I do know what I do know what some stuff is. Not that microphone thing.
Yeah, Tram Titan Microphonics, right there, Bagger?
Yeah. Well, if you got a microphonic tube, you just have to take it out to outer space and take the glass off, and then you'll have a floater.
There you go.
It'll do the same thing, Blue Max. You can tap on it and it'll sound like a bongo drum.
Tube in a vacuum, tubes in outer space with no glass will still work.
Yeah.
That thing sounds pretty good, Blue Max. Where do you have the adjustment at?
I don't know, because it doesn't have an adjustment knob on it. You gave me a nice mic here, but it took me a long time to figure it out. So, I don't have an adjustment knob on it.
You might be able to take like a little screwdriver or something, needle those pliers and turn that thing.
I don't think he wants to mess with it because it sounds good as it is. Chances are it'll go from good to bad.
Yeah, it does sound good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd mess with it either. I mean, his modulation is really up there, more than I've ever heard.
Yep, he's sounding good in the volcano crater. More is not going to be better.
Yeah.
So, the way I look at it is, I don't need to be excellent. Like, good.
Good enough is just that.
Hey, there's a breaker out there. Go ahead, breaker.
Hey, sorry if I stepped on anybody. It's hard to hear with all this bleed over down here, but yeah, Renegade down Westchester, what do we...
Hey, Renegade Sparky.
Hello, Renegade Spitfire, waving at you.
Hey, Renegade. Only calling at you, Blue Max here.
Classic Radio Roundup.
27115 on the AM radio dial.
Yeah, Slam and Sam got you up here, Renegade.
Them fellas, Slam and Sam, got you down here.
Yeah, that's a good trip.
My beam just busted through the tree again. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Show you right.
Or it's gonna wrap itself around and not let you back.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. It won't get me back again.
What you running tonight, Renegade?
Not too much of a classic, it's just a Striker 497. No classic tonight.
Oh, I like those.
Ooh.
No,
No, I was gonna lie, but I can't.
they got good audio.
I cannot tell a lie.
Well, you could.
Yeah, they got good noise filters on them and stuff like that. It's a nice AM radio. Someday it too will be a classic.
Yeah, until the MOSFET zorts in it.
The new ones probably do have 520s in them, and then one of those HG pills in the back.
You mean those Chinese wannabe pills?
Not interested.
Yeah, the Striker 490, 490, they had some, the older ones had the Toshiba 2290s in the back.
That's more better.
Yeah, and real, Mitsubishi pre-drivers. But with the same good audio, the slightly wide band, and they kind of engineered them that way.
Wonder if Night Train will pop in there tonight on his high game. He had said something about it last week. So I figured I'd beat him to the punch and run mine tonight.
It was a good cycling day, though.
Yeah, it was a nice day today. Got my boat all waxed up and I'm ready to roll.
Where's your wax?
What?
Oh, you waxed the boat.
Oh, I did. Did some touch-up paint on the outdrive and I'm now ready to rock.
Where are you taking that?
Where do you go with that boat?
Taking up the lake on the weekend.
What way?
All Pawpack.
Yeah, Sam has a little boat that goes pretty good.
A little boat that could?
Sam, what's that little boat you got?
That's a little 16-foot tri-hull with a 70-horse Evinrude on it.
There you go. That'll get you around.
Yeah, she rips pretty good.
Yeah, that little boat of his gets up and goes pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't had it up at on Pawpack though, but I've had it up Blue Marsh.
Yeah, that gets a little too crowded on the weekends up there. That's the only thing about Blue Marsh.
Yeah, and that big part, man, that gets rough, man. That water gets really rough in there.
Yeah, too many meatheads out there. You don't want to be out there when it's that bad.
Yeah, I was, one time I was cruising along pretty good, and the big part, and man, I was hitting some waves and almost knocked me out of the boat.
Yeah, that would wreck your day.
You just gotta rechristen your boat.
I had to pull over to the side, take a deep breath.
enjoy it.
I know, I just don't seem to have the time, you know. I got the motorcycles and all the other stuff going on.
You got the road runner?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you don't have enough time, you know, something's got to go, I guess.
Does anybody know what he said? You got a real road runner? You're a Mopar man? Yeah. Yeah, I got a road runner with trips on it. Oh, nice. Meep, meep. I'm going to go up to the lake during the week, and I'm going to change the name on the boat and put Sweet and Low 2.
Yeah, no.
Wouldn't it be funny? You come up there and it says Sweet and Low 2 behind it?
Oh, God, it would probably stink.
Yeah, but you know who did it too. That's Scrum.
Shut up, stupid.
Hey, there's that 340 Roadrunner with trips on it. Yeah, that'd be the same block as like a 318, right? But the bore was the same, but the stroke was longer.
I think the stroke's the same, but the bore was bigger there, Sparky.
Okay, so almost like the 360, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I think it's the same as a 318 stroke. The pistons are bigger. I put the 10-to-1 pistons in it, the higher compression piston, and then the 6-pack on top, and then the 6-pack cam and lifters.
One thing I always notice about Mopar in classic rigs is that they would rev up faster. I don't know why the lighter running gear, but they always revved up faster.
Yeah, that motor that they built, that's called an LA motor. The small blocks, they're my favorite. They are just unbelievable motors. They, like you say, they rev and they're just unbelievable. You can't break them.
What year is that block?
The block is a 72.
Yeah, but you put the other, the only difference there was 9-to-1s from 10-to-1s, I think.
Yeah, it had the 8.5-to-1 pistons in it, and I put they're like 10.5-to-1 pistons in there now, so you know it's a lot higher compression. You know, it gives you a lot more power, lot more power. But you got to run a good fuel in them too.
Yeah, but fuel's cheap right now. That's a great thing about having. I got all kinds of V8s running here, man. Fuel's cheap. That thing probably was 98 octane now. Yeah, but even that's down in price.
Can't get 98 octane at the pump anymore.
Sure you can.
I get the fuel. It's 110 octane, and I mix it in the fuel. You know, you get like 93 or 94 now. So I mix the 110 in there, and boy, that motor's just happy as can be with that.
Yeah, you gotta run it on avgas.
Hey, Sam.
Yes.
You know my buddy Steve down the street from you who's got the blue petty car?
The blue what?
Down the street from you, my buddy Steve lives. He's got a blue petty car, a 360 petty car. Hey, what a man.
Oh yeah. I heard of it, but I've never seen it. Yeah, he's got the Richard Petty. Yes, I know what car you're talking about, and I have heard of him, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, he's got that. This buddy of mine, he parks it. I know where he keeps it. He takes it once. He used to take it over to the mall quite a bit, Coventry, when they had car shows over there. He's working on I think it's a 72 Dart. He's putting a 360 racing motor in there. He does a lot of Mopar stuff and races them all the time.
Know what Dodge I'd like to have? A classic Dodge? Dodge Diplomat with the 318 Interceptor or something like that, like an old police 318 Dodge Diplomat from like the 70, 78 or 77.
Yeah, an old police car. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Lower Providence police used to drive.
Yeah, they scooped up my mini bike in the back of that thing.
And you know from experience.
Childress, I think it was him.
Furies, 440s.
Yeah, but back in the mid-70s, they had the 318s in there and then Dodge Diplomats. They were like the kind of a mid-size.
The Blues Brothers.
He had 360s in those things.
East Norton had the hell was that, a Fury or something. One of their cars had a 440 in it. That thing spent more time on the lift in the garage than it did on the road.
Is that what the Blues Brothers used?
Well, that Blues Brothers car, I actually had one of them. It was an old cop car. That was a 360 in that. That was a Dodge Monaco.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Got half a tank of gas, a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, but they didn't have a 360 in their cop car.
I had a 360 in my first motorhome.
On 360, you're going pretty good.
In a long time. Well, according to Chrysler history, Slam and Sam could tell you the 340 was supposed to be a better motor.
Oh yeah, the 340 was the best small blocks they ever made. They only made them for 6 years, and every one that they made was a high-performance motor. There was never a stock, like a 2-barrel. They were 4-barrel, cammed up. Yeah, they had the steel cranks in them. Yeah, that's the one you really want.
Hey, Sam?
Yes.
Rumor has it that the 5.7-liter Hemi is a 345 cubic inch. So basically, you have the 340 punched out. I'm not saying it is, but it sure sounds like it could be close. And they're, what, 375 horse? That's a pretty good number for a little small block.
Yeah, that's the 5.7. Yeah, that's almost like a 350, 340, 350 cubic inch. Oh yeah, those are, your newer motors. Yeah, but I was talking the older motors.
I knew what you meant. And the only thing that might be faster is, well, the Hellcats obviously, but that's not the same motor. The 392 is the one that rips.
Hellcat's got like 700 horsepower.
Yeah, it's the same motor. I'm led to believe it's the same motor. I could be wrong. I'm not. Just got the supercharger on it. The 392 is rated at very close to 485 horse, and the Hellcat's 707. On paper, it's supposed to be way more than that, but on paper it's 707. So I'm told by a Chrysler guy. Yeah, but they're not as reliable. The cams aren't as hard, and the rollers on the rockers.
Well, this channel sound like side.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't own a Hellcat, but I guess we'll find out in a few. I have a friend that I work with has a Hellcat. I'll ask Kim.
Yeah, the newer ones, yeah, they really got them things figured out. You know, they're pushing 700 horsepower. You know, the 340s, they were around 400 horsepower. You know, but that was the old school days. You know, now, yeah, they got these motors really doing really well.
I was looking at my car insurance from Erie, and I had a surcharge on there for a horsepower to weight ratio. They gave me a surcharge on one of my vehicles.
And what's the horsepower rating on the car that they did that to?
It was in the 300s. I don't know. I'm going to ask them about that.
Sparky, when did they send you that surcharge?
I just noticed in my last bill there was a bunch of stuff they changed in there, so you can't run an Uber or delivery service without letting them know.
Well, I have a very, very close, very close with one of the local Erie agents, and I'll talk to him about that.
It wasn't much. It was like $12, but I was like, geez, you know what I mean? I mean, most cars have over 300 horsepower now. Hey, the V6s.
Yeah, mine don't have 300, but it only weighs 2,900 pounds with 200.
What'd you do? Back the power down?
Oh. Yep, I could have.
Oh, you got the 120 hertz in there.
Oh well.
Yeah, what's up with that buzzer? I guess who knows?
I don't know. Didn't have it before. I don't know why I got it now.
Put your tongue on it.
So it's Chinese pills.
My pills aren't Chinese. Mine are Tushabis. 10, 2879 Tushabis.
Maybe move the mic.
There, I moved the mic.
Nah, it's in there.
I don't know. I wasn't there before I went to go take a leak. Maybe my hands are still wet.
Did you eat some peppers?
I don't know. One of them things.
Wrapped around the tree too many times.
What?
He's turning around your antenna.
Sparky,
Yes, sir.
what car did they hit you with? My wife's asking.
Oh, it was our E500 Benz wagon.
Too much horsepower in them Benzes.
That thing's a freaking rocket.
Oh yeah, if you're driving a Benz, they're gonna come after you for some more money.
Yeah, it's more expensive to fix.
You get surcharged because it's a Mercedes.
0 to 60 in 5.4.
Okay.
It only takes me 0.8 of a second longer to get up, and I spent $60,000 less.
That sounds like somebody with a Honda.
I didn't pay that. I paid $5K.
That's too funny.
Nothing more expensive than a cheap Mercedes-Benz.
Hey, Sparky,
I know, I went down that road.
Yes, sir.
how old are you?
Older than you think.
See, I got the 550 version of that in the wagon. And then my wife has all the next model up with the 6.3. And for some reason, we don't have that issue. They've never come to us with that issue.
Probably depends on your insurance company.
Was this a horsepower surcharge?
Some cases, yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. I was told that since we've never had a claim or never had to file a claim on our behalf that we screwed something up, we've never been whacked with any of that.
It's deeper than that. It was horsepower to weight.
Well, that comes on top of it, but both of those cars are considered high performance that she drives. See, I don't get to drive those. If they were in my name, there probably would be a surcharge.
I'm just saying they're sneaky. They're not just hitting you up on horsepower, but horsepower to weight. So they could get you on all kinds of different vehicles.
Yeah, see, in Europe, they're really nice, and they do it on engine displacement, number one, and then second, they tack an additional surcharge for horsepower. So they get you twice.
Well, Japan, it's strictly on engine displacement, and that's how they come up with all that modern trickery to get all the kinds of crazy horsepower out of these tiny little engines.
Yep.
Yeah, 180 horsepower out of a 1.5 liter.
205 horsepower out of a 2.4, naturally aspirated. You know, they get 205 out of that same engine in the SI.
Yeah.
And then the guys that get in with their Honda tuners get even more than that out of those things, just by tuning them.
Oh, yeah, it's all software.
They're getting like 235, 245 out of them 1.5s.
And then the oil gets diluted.
Yeah, well, I don't want a turbocharged motor anyway. If I'm going forced induction, I want a supercharger.
I'm quite happy with the performance out of mine.
I'm happy with the performance out of mine and no forced induction. I have to slap myself once in a while. It gets up to 100 way too easy.
I haven't driven mine enough yet. I think I've driven at a grand total of about 5 miles since we all locked down for this stupid virus nonsense.
My car has been pretty much sitting for the last 5 weeks, basically.
What are you driving there, Sandbagger?
2018 Honda Civic.
Yeah, that's a good little car. Probably gets, what, 40 miles a gallon?
Yeah, real close. Yep.
Yeah, my wife gets about 400 feet.
Those are nice.
She got a heavy foot.
Best I've gotten out of mine was 38 when I was being real granny-like, but I got 38 miles to the gallon out of it once.
I've hit 40 already.
I averaged 33, but I've gotten 38. And I got 900 cc's on you.
Green Dragon.
Yeah.
You got the AMG, a wagon?
No, I don't have. I would like to, or I wanted to, but no, I don't. She's got an E 4-door, and then she's got a CLK convertible.
Yeah, 1040. Yeah, they're for a while. They're making them four-wheel drive. We gotta have that here.
Yeah, she's got the S on the sedan, and that's a wonderful thing. I'm not ready. I wanted to, but I decided not to. I want to get replaced. I wanted to get a new wagon, and I decided not to. I'm going to wait, and when I leave here, I'm going to get myself the big sedan.
There's a secret that those Mercedes are easy to work on because they're taxis throughout the world, the E-Series. And I just replaced a blower in her wagon. It took me 20 minutes. The blower was right underneath the glove box, like in the old days.
Yeah, the E is a taxi all over. I see a lot of the quote yellow or beige or whatever you want to call it, and that's a very big popular taxi color over there, and they're all over that place. Most of them are like 200 diesels or so that they don't sell over here. They only sell the gas version over here.
Yeah, I got a new front air strut, which, you know, is like $1,500 from Mercedes. For $300, a front air strut, air spring strut, with the advanced like leveling and ride adjusting for $350. That was like $315. So if you get the right cheap Mercedes,
Which year is yours?
the V8 wagon, the 5.0 is a 24, and then she's got a 2013 E350.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right. Yeah, she's got a, I think the CLK is a 2009, and the E that she has is a 2014, and she loves that. She's not gonna get rid of it for a long time. So I said, all right, when I'm ready, I'll get rid of my wagon, and I will. I wanted to get a AMG wagon, but I decided not to. I figure since we're going out, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling, I'm going to get the big sedan.
Well, the new V6s with the turbos in them, you know, they're pretty much AMG anyway. I mean, the power on them, but yeah, the newest ones, they've got the 24-volt systems, electric motor assist, and I don't know. That seems like, I don't know. Hopefully, you'll be able to repair them. I don't know.
Yeah, my wagon came from Europe, and it's I got the 550, and it wasn't sold over here in 2008. They didn't sell that; they only sold it in Europe, and that's how mine came over here. I think they sold them here as 500s, so that's what they are. They had a 5-liter, but mine's got the 5.5 in it.
How much you want for it?
It's got near 300,000 miles on it now, and I'm not letting it go. I love it.
See, that's a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. They last a long time.
Where the hell did you go for 300,000 miles? Holy moly.
Car's been all over the damn place. All over the damn place. So, yeah, I'm not, it needs it. I got state inspection coming up, and I got to get that done and so forth. But, yeah, they last for a long time. Then I look at my Escalade that's got 35,000 miles on it, and it just, that's another story.
It's because it is fine German engineering made in Stuttgart.
U.S. has emission issues with European cars.
No, and you can order them ready to go. That makes it a lot easier. But that stuff is pretty much stopped. They used to stop you for the bumpers, the headlights, and the emission. They did that on purpose, just to be jerks. But they stopped that. It's not too difficult now. Now it's fairly easy to do that. And that's what I'm thinking on the next car. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get European delivery, pick it up over there, buzz it around a little bit, and then bring it back.
Ja, es made in Stuttgart is good.
Is there a financial advantage to doing that?
Right now, it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10 or 15% price saving if you do that, because they take delivery over there right at the factory, and you're in good shape. So I may do that. We were going to do that with her car, but she decided not to. I may do it with the next one. Haven't decided yet. I don't. The reason against it is there are too many idiots over there, and it would have to be every time I leave it, I have to park it somewhere in the garage at night because somebody's going to either key it or bang it up.
I would think the cost to ship on over here would be expensive, though. It would kind of eat up any price saving.
No, that's actually fairly cheap. You can ship a car either way, like for $1,500 in a container. They put it basically in a container, and the container gets loaded up on a boat, and off it goes.
Wow, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, you can do that kind of stuff. It's not that expensive anymore. It's gotten a lot better. So we'll have to see. I've been diddling with it for a while, and I have to be very. The guys know me up in Reading. I know the manager up there, and Every time I walk in there, he's like, "Are you ready?" He's a couple of trips I've gone over there. I have done something like that for him. Pick up the car at the facility, drove it about 15 miles to somebody else who took the keys and moved the car out, and they moved it over themselves. And he's made me he wants me, there's a deal he wants to work up, and I know what he wants to do, and I'm just not, right now it's not the right time. I want to get closer to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you don't want to buy a Mercedes made in Knoxville.
No, they don't make, they make the SUVs there. The C's are made, I believe, in South Africa right now. South Africa and in Germany also, they're bringing some of those over there. And no, I'm gonna, if I go, E's are still coming from Germany, but the S, it will only come from Germany.
They don't make an S-Class wagon, do they now, sir?
They have a new S-Class coupe, which is looks very much like a wagon, or it's actually an S-Class sedan coupe or so. It's really odd looking, weird looking. It just doesn't look right, yes. But there have been people with the extra money that have converted it over to a wagon.
Oh, kind of like a hatch or something.
Yeah, if you remember the old 116 S-Class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about 3 or 4 wagons converted over that way.
We just bought a dishwasher with our wagon, and that's all.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can get in the back of that thing. It's pretty big. I mean, mine has been all over the place. I mean, I've got for the mileage. There are 3 mechanics up there, 2 or 3 mechanics up there that really want my car, and that's why they're trying to push me. Not happening yet. Not ready. Unless you want to order the car as I want it and give it to me, not a problem.
Yeah, cool modern hot rods. They are available.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people pull up next to me and look over and say, pop in the station wagon, ain't going anywhere, and figure it's a V6, and then when the light changes, they're trying to figure out why the back end of the wagon is getting smaller and smaller in front of them.
That's funny, man. That's my name. My name on the forums, the Mercedes forums, is Sleeper Benz.
There you go. My wife has on the back of her CLK, it says spin wheels, or spin wheel or something like that. And everybody thinks, that's because she hot rods. No, it's because she actually she knits and spins yarn. That's what she really got it for. Yeah, bullshit.
Bye-bye.
Double meetings.
123 up the hill there when she used to come that way quite a bit. She used to, a lot of poor guys in BMWs got beat pretty bad from her there.
Oh, well, if you've got the Euro spec, then your speed limiter is higher.